Sakura Minamoto was a girl who had ambitions, but time after time it seemed like luck wasn't on her side, as she failed each time she tried to do something. She went into a deep depression and didn't care about doing anything until she was inspired by the idol group Iron Frio, particularly Ai Mizuno, who inspired her to finally try one last thing before she gives up. So with her newly found inspiration, she decides that she wants to become an idol. So she fills out a new member audition form, and as she is getting ready to leave the house to mail off her audition form, something happens. As they say, sometimes life can be very cruel, and for Sakura Minamoto, life has always been cruel. As Sakura starts to leave her house, she gets hit by Truck-kun. Sakura wakes up in a mysterious house with no memories of why she is at this house. As she looks around, she is attacked by a zombie, and as she proceeds to run from the zombie, just to find out that there are 5 more zombies in the house. As she gets away from them, she runs into Kotaro, who explains that he brought her and 5 other girls from different eras back to life and turned them into zombies so they can become idols for the purpose of reviving Saga. From there, the 6 girls are sent to a club to perform their first song, but the problem is that Sakura is the only girl who is able to talk normal while the other girls are all still zombies. The concert goes on and starts to become really good. As they go home and go to sleep the next day, when Sakura wakes up, all the other girls but one is acting normal and are able to talk. Now that we got that out the way, let's dive into the world of Land Saga. As I was saying, episode 1 is mainly the episode just introduces us to Sakura, the main character, and some of the other girls. And then episode 2 and onwards is where we get to meet the rest of the group. And episode 2 is when we start to see all the other girls like basically wake up and like they have their own personality and all that. Because at the end of episode 1 that kind of happens, and then we get into episode 2. And episode 2 is honestly my favorite because that's when we get to see my favorite character, Saki. Her and Sakura have a rap battle at like a retirement home in front of older people. And like it's one of the best things ever. It's like one of the best parts of like the whole show at the beginning. I love it. It's one of the best moments. I love that. Like, because the thing about Land Saga that makes it very special is it's vastly different than a lot of other idol anime. Because you know, most idol anime, they have like the thing of, oh, you need 9 people in a group. If you look at the Love Lives, it's like 9 people in a group. And then they do performance. They go through some type of like trial or something that happens that they're trying to like make it that they become idols, where deadass in Land Saga it's kind of like a parody in a way, because they're honestly, there's zombies, that makes it stand out. 2, they don't even want to be idols until like basically Kotaro basically forces them to be, since they're zombies. And like there's a lot of comedy in this one because this is mainly a comedy anime over like an idol, because yeah, there are a few songs where they like, there are a few episodes where they sing, but that's every like towards the end, every once in a while. It mainly focuses on just them being idols and some of the stuff as they're trying to save Saga, because that's the point of the whole anime. They're trying to save Saga. They're trying to become big enough to save Saga, because that's what like Kotaro wants them to do. And we get to see a lot of their shenanigans. Trust me, there's a lot of shenanigans. Like the chicken episode is hilarious when they're literally, yeah, but Tai-chan is hilarious. Lily, Junko, Saki, Yuriguri, Sakura, I love them all. They're all amazing. Like the whole group is fire. And of course because I is the one that used to be an idol in the one group, and like she kind of has a legendary death. Out of all the ones there, she kind of has a crazy legendary death. And I love exactly like in season 1, we do get to see little backstories for everybody, and like Land Saga is like phenomenal. Like if you've not seen that, that's one of the ones like I recommend to anybody, because Land Saga is so phenomenal, and it's a very different and a more unique idol anime than other ones. Because like watching this, you won't even think it's an idol anime, because I know some people don't like idol anime, but Land Saga, yeah, it has a little bit of singing, but it doesn't have that much singing, but it's a really good anime. But let's get into some of the other stuff. Like one of the things that really happens, because you see at the beginning is, and we learn about it, is that Sakura basically always had bad luck, like I was saying earlier. And we learn throughout the series as we get like closer to the end that yeah, that like once she gets her memories back, she remembers like how she had bad luck in the way she was. So like we really get to see her character growth, especially like towards the end, because like she gets 2 episodes of her being like depressed, and she gets back into that depression because of her bad luck. And you see that all the other girls come around her, and you see that they actually like come around, and they have that camaraderie, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to do this without you, and we don't care about your bad luck. We're here because of you, and we want to have you on our team. And that's the one thing I like. I like how like the 4 girls, they all come together. They're in this group, like, because they know they're all zombies. And like the thing is, they're all from different eras. Only a few of them are kind of were in the same era. Like Sakura and I, like most definitely were like around at the same time. Like their deaths are like a little bit apart. Like I think Sakura died first, and then like you find out that I died. But besides that, it's interesting. But I only want to like talk about just season 1 of Land Saga, because I'll save season 2 for a different video, because we can go on that in depth like a different video. But this one I just want to focus on that. But Yeah, I love like in 12 episodes we learn so much stuff about the different girls, and like we see the different personalities they have, and there's so much comedy in here. Like that's the one thing, like it's one of the, like, I'll say it's a top, it's a top 20-ish like comedy anime, because Zombieland Saga is hilarious and it'll have you rolling at different instances in the anime. And Kotaro is hilarious because that man is always out of pocket and going crazy at them. But I love Saki, especially like when we get her backstory. Like I love that. And like the other funny thing is like when they get a backstory and then like we see the people that are from their past are still alive, it's always funny just like how they don't recognize them. Like, you know, this is actually the character. It looks just like them. You should know that's them. And like it's funny that they, like when they're doing their concert, they go by like their names, like number 1, number 0, 2, all the way to 6, whatever. That's always like the interesting thing. But I love that because like it is, like I said earlier, it is a parody of idol anime in a way, because they poke fun at certain things about idol anime and different tropes, because they're not like doing the same type of stuff like a Love Live would do. You see in Love Live, they basically struggle to get on top and like they're trying to like save a school and all that. Yes, it is like the same thing where they're trying to save like the Saga prefects, but it's kind of like different because they do a lot of different stuff, because like they do a lot of different ads, and most of the time their ads are usually funny, and like a lot of the stuff they do is always backwards. Like there's one where they're like in the mud, they're doing this challenge, like they're doing this challenge and they all fall in the mud and stuff like that. And like when you actually see them as like real zombies, because the thing is they are zombies, and when like they don't have their makeup on, when normal people see them, they freak out because like, yeah, one, they are zombies and they're dead. And that's always like the interesting thing, because there's like a little bit of mystery, especially in season 1, of like, how are these people, how did he turn them into zombies? And it's like, how did not people see them, especially like when their heads come off, because there are times when their body parts fall off, because like, yeah, I remember they're zombies, so like stuff like that happens. And it's also like very interesting like watching the anime that has zombies and they're not actually like doing zombie type of stuff, like, you know, going after people, eating brains. They actually can eat, they can actually eat food, they can sweat, they can basically they can do everything. They sleep. They're basically like any normal person. That's the way they act. And like it's very interesting seeing that, because they eat normal food, they sweat, they literally drink water, stuff like that. They can work. I know this is a spoiler for season 2, but they can work. They can do a lot of different stuff, and it's just interesting seeing that, especially since like they're zombies. You would also think that they would smell, but they don't, because they take showers and stuff like that and they're fine. You'd think their bodies would fall apart at some point, but they don't. But yeah, if you've seen Zombieland Saga, let me know how you feel about it. If you've not seen it, please watch it. There's 2 seasons, and it's a phenomenal anime. Like, if you don't like idol anime, this is one idol anime I recommend to you, because you'll be laughing. Because majority of this is just like comedy and stuff, and we get to watch them as they grow as a group, and like they do different stuff, and like they're learning that they're zombies and they have to deal with being zombies, because a lot of them, they died like either like, depending on like how their deaths were and how they died, there's still like some regrets to that, and like some of them have to deal with their past, and that can like kind of hurt them, and because like they're trying to deal with it, and they have to like go, you know, have that basically character growth that they can grow out of like what happened in the past, that they can go and grow into the person they are now, basically stuff like that, get past like however they died and stuff like that. There's a lot of like crazy stuff that's mentioned here, because they deal with a lot of different topics, because trust me, there's some topics, especially in season 1, that they deal with that are very interesting, that you don't see a lot of anime like at the time really dealing with. But Zombieland Saga is amazing. It's one of my favorite anime, because like I messed with it heavily. Like as soon as I watched episode 1, I fell in love with it. And the rest of the series is, you'll be laughing. Like I said, there's a little bit of songs in here, but there's not that much. That's why I said it's more of a comedy anime than an idol anime. The idol part is just there, but it's more comedy. Even when they do their actual songs, it's a lot of comedy to it. Like I said, episode 2, where the rapping episode is, it's like there's more comedy in that than them like actually just doing that. Like that's the thing. I just love this series. But yeah, if you've seen Zombieland Saga, let me know how you feel about it. If you've not seen it, please go watch it. If you're new, why not subscribe? If you enjoyed the video, why not subscribe? If you really enjoyed the video, why not like? If you think you could dislike, subscribe if you want to. But yeah, please watch Zombieland Saga, and like I said, it's a phenomenal anime, and I love all the different ways like it deals with different topics, because like it basically bridges all these different topics into an idol anime, and we really don't see that when it comes to, you know, idol anime, because most of the time they're either in school or like they're older and we see them as idols, where this one, like, they're zombies and they really don't have no reason besides Kotaro basically making them to be idols. But besides that, like, it stands out. Like, in my opinion, it stands out in the idol genre, because one, it's funny and they're zombies, and like, yes, they are idols, but like it stands out compared to like Love Lives, that are always where they're like always in middle school and high school and they're trying to like save their school or some shit. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video though, and please watch Zombieland Saga because it's amazing. Bye.